Good morning. This is Steve Balich coming to you from my office in my house. Um, I'm just kind of appalled and a little bit afraid of what people are thinking. I had a call today from a gentleman that said that if Trump doesn't get this to the Supreme Court and get the elections fixing stopped, that he doesn't see any purpose to vote anymore. He's asking me what I'm going to do about it. And I'm telling him, hey, wait a minute. We all got to vote. Even if they're fixing the election, we got to vote. Because if we don't vote, it'll be overwhelming in their favor. We can't let them think they've got a mandate, and we can't give up. We've got to force the government to fix the way the elections are done. We got to get rid of the Dominion, and we got to get rid of all this stuff with early voting. That's where all the corruption has been taking place. So if if you're sick or you got to go on vacation and you know you're not going to be able to vote, then you call and you get an absentee vote. And then you fill out the forms and you show the proper IDs and then you can get to vote. So it's not like we're denying people to vote, but voting for a month before the election basically, and then now that some states they want you to vote for 2-3 days after the election. And then all these votes are coming in and they're harvesting votes. Like in Georgia, Stacey Abrams says she's got 900,000 absentee votes ready to go. I mean, what the hell is this? Are we Venezuela? I know they count our votes. I know that's where some of those Dominion votes went, was Venezuela. But are we Venezuela? Where we allow people to go out and say, hey, we got all these people to sign a paper that says that they can vote for whoever they want. They're going to get a ballot. I mean, come on. The fraud is crazy. It's our job as citizens to protect the Constitution. Joe Biden and the rest of the Democrats that are socialist, progressives, they want to get rid of the Constitution. They want to take your First Amendment right away. They want to take your Second Amendment right away. They want to take your 14th Amendment right away. They want to take all the amendments away. They want to just get rid of the Constitution. We cannot stand still and idle and do nothing. It's our job to protect the Constitution and the Republic of the United States. Just like if you were in the Army. We have soldiers going overseas to fight. Trump looks at it and says, wait a minute, this war has been going on for 20 years. It's not accomplishing nothing. So he's bringing them back. He's going to stop the foreign wars unless it's something really, really important that's affecting us. Well, guess what? Joe Biden gets in there, China's going to be in power. China can blackmail this guy. All the stuff that he did with China, they can get him and Ukraine. Just think of all the backdoor stuff that's going to go on. Yeah, the progressives are going to become rich because they're going to be with all this fake money that's coming in from all their corruption. But you know what? I guess in our society right now, there's a war going on between the left, progressives, the socialists, and the right, the Republicans, and the constitutionalists. But we don't really understand it because the media is all controlled by the socialist progressives. So we're not seeing all the information. No matter where you go, you can't find out all the information. You can hear part of it here and part of it there, but to find out all of it, real difficult. You got to really search to find out all the facts concerning an issue. And this has got to stop. I don't know what else to do but to say that as a citizen of the United States of America, I will not give up. I will continue to fight for our republic. And I wasn't in the Army, but I believe God wants us to stand up for what's right. Now, if Biden does happen to win, which I do not think he will if it gets to the Supreme Court, but if he does, just think about what's going to happen. If you're a hunter, you're probably not going to be able to buy bullets because they're going to be too expensive, because they're going to add on all kinds of taxes to it. They're talking about gun buyback. So if you carry a pistol for protection, are you going to have to surrender your pistol, or are you going to hold on to it and then get in a fight and maybe they kill you to get your pistol? I mean, these are the things that you have to ask. They come to your door and say, give me your guns. Are you going to give them the guns? Well, if you don't, they're probably going to storm through your house and take them anyway. And if you fight back, they'll probably shoot you. So what are you going to do? I mean, there's a lot of things at stake here with them winning. What do you do when they tell you that COVID's here and it ain't going away, so it's locked down for another year? Because I read somewhere that it said this is going to be with us, this COVID, till 2025 of March. How do they know it's going to be around March 2025? It's just a statement. And we are like gullible to some of these statements. We fear death. And the government tries to make us feel like we are going to die if we don't listen to them. Perception from the media is terrible. If they would tell you all the facts, and then you could decide yourself, most people would probably agree on 99% of the stuff. The problem is when they throw in their opinions or they don't tell you all the facts. So, I don't know what else to do. But I told that guy, says, you got to vote. It's your duty to vote. Those people in Georgia, if the Republicans don't get out and vote, guess what? We lose the Senate. And they say, well, our vote don't matter. It does matter. Even if it's corrupted and fixed, it matters. Because now the whole country knows that government is fixing the elections. So people are watching it a lot more closer. It's going to be a lot harder for them to fix the election. I'm not saying they're not going to, because they'll figure a way out. But we must vote. We must carry on and fight back and not give back any inch of ground to them. If we don't, our society changes. It won't be the United States of America. Your children won't grow up in a society that we call it a free society, but I know better. I was born a long time ago. I lived in an age when freedom really was free. But it isn't like that no more. We don't have freedom. And whatever we get from the government, it costs somebody something, because, when they say the Green New Deal, well, everybody's going to have to buy a new furnace because you can't use fossil fuels. So now what happens? You got to go out and get a windmill or solar panels, or you pay a high electric bill because the supply will go down because the need goes up so much. So there's all kinds of problems that we have to address. We have to work through all this stuff, but we can't be afraid. There's a song in the Catholic Church and the Christian Church that says, be not afraid. Well, the answer is simple. Be not afraid. God is with you always. That's the next sentence in that song. So we have to understand that there's no free cake anymore. If we want what we have to stand up and do our best to fight to keep it. So please, don't give up hope. If this goes to the Supreme Court for the election, the president has a good chance of winning, because it is corrupt. And we all know it. But we can't give up no matter what, because if you give up, then you lose. As long as you're fighting, you can't lose. You can get beaten over and over and over again. But as long as you don't give up, you cannot lose. God bless you. And say a prayer for me, because tonight we have the Republican caucus. I'm running for supervisor. And to me, it's about fixing where I live. And I know it's going to be a rough one. But again, I'm not afraid. God bless you all.